Many Muslims will lie and tell you that hijab is to protect the women, while it is true when we go to hadith and when we go to Quran, but in practice it is not true. Hijab is actually why the women wear hijab, because it is to protect the men. To protect the men from what? The answer after this. Let me show you from hadith first. When we read hadith Bukhari, hadith number 4483, let me read. Umar said, "My Lord agreed with me in three things." I said, "O Allah's messenger, would that you took the station of Abraham as place of prayer." I also said, "O Allah's messenger, good and bad persons visit you. Would that you order the mothers of the believers to cover themselves with veils." I will stop there. So the veil or hijab did not actually come from Allah by itself. Like, actually, the idea, believe it or not, it came from Umar, not even Muhammad. From Umar. That's why Surah An-Nur, verse 31, and Surah Al-Ahzab, verse 59, came down. Let me read Surah Al-Ahzab, verse 59. O Prophet, tell your wives and your daughters and the women of the believers to bring down over themselves of the outer garments. That is more suitable, that they will be known and not be abused. So when you read the Quran and Hadith, it seems right to protect the women from men's prying eyes. However, in reality, this is not the case. Let me give you example. Since I came from Indonesia, Indonesia has 34 provinces. One of them has Sharia law. It's called Aceh. In Aceh, Sharia law applies to everyone. As you can see on the pictures, people are being caned. This is happening normally on Friday after Jumu'ah prayer. After Friday prayer, the people will get entertained by watching people get caned. Maybe because of alcohol, because of sex, because of sometimes gay sex too. And also sometimes because of rape cases. How so? Let me show you the fact. Aceh, Indonesia, has unfortunately been reported as having among the highest rate of rape cases in the country. Let me show you another one. There you go. Indonesia's 10 provinces with highest reported cases in 2022. Aceh has the highest, 135. I do understand there are so many cases were not reported. Anyway, this is the cases that been reported. And interestingly, number 2, West Java, 114. And West Java is probably the second most fanatical Muslim province in Indonesia after Aceh. And they are on the second place, in the second place. This is very interesting. Even the most of them, especially in Aceh, the women, Muslim women, must wear hijab. In West Java, most women wear hijab. But as you can see, the fact talks here. Hijab did not protect anyone from rape. And this is the truth. The problem is the man. In the Bible, Jesus said, saying to the man, if you see a woman with lust in your heart, you better, gouge your eye. Because it's better if just your eyes go to hell and the rest of the body not going to hell. That's what Jesus said. This is not the case with Islam. And back to the verses earlier, Surah An-Nur verse 31 and Surah Al-Ahzab verse 59. Even though it sounds like the verse is to protect the women, however, in practice, it is not to protect the women. It is to protect the men. Why? When the women, like in Afghanistan, how the women are all covered, not even their eyes you can see. You cannot even see their eyes, not even their eyebrows. This is why this is to protect the men, so the men will not have wild imagination or anything like that. So that way, the man will not be tempted. You understand? So that's why the veils is to protect the men more than the women. Because, as you can see, in Indonesia, for example, the rape cases, the highest actually, from Aceh and West Java. And I do believe in France, now women do not even dare to walk alone on streets. Because so many immigrants from their different country, they have different values. They do not have the same value. And this is what a lot of white people, a lot of Westerners do not understand. Anyway, that's all from me for tonight. So I want people to know, I just want to share it with you, that the veils are not to protect the women, but it is actually to protect the men from sinning, so the men won't go to hell. Thank you for watching and listening. Whether you're a Muslim or non-Muslim, God bless you all. Have a nice life.